Hey, I'm Darlene, and you're watching a rapid-fire art tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw a variety of lips by using a very simple method. I'm using the Wacom Cintiq Pro 16 and Photoshop. For this tutorial, any construction lines will be made using blue ink. The first step is to draw a straight line. The top and bottom lip will balance along this line. I'm switching to a black brush. Let's draw the opening of the mouth. Start with a small curve situated along the middle of your construction line. To each side, draw a tick for the corners of the mouth. They can angle in any direction you want. By moving the ticks closer together, you'll get a small mouth. Once all three things are in place, just connect the dots using a wavy line of your choice. As I draw the second one, I like to make sure it mirrors the first. To draw the top lip, create a curve right above this one. The higher you draw this, the bigger the top lip will be, and vice versa. Here, let me zoom in a little for you. Now all we have to do is connect this to the corners of the mouth by drawing a wavy shape. For the bottom lip, decide how big you want it to be and draw from the middle out to the sides. As I draw out, I like to lighten and thin out my strokes until they're no longer visible. The thicker your lines, the more the bottom lip will stick out or curl out from the face. When I lighten my strokes, the side of the bottom lip appears less and less curled. I'm going to switch back to a blue brush, and let's zoom out to explore 3 more examples. Previously, we drew a straight construction line. Let's draw one curving up, down, and a wavy one. This last one looks kind of crazy, but that's how you can draw an open mouth. It's super cool. I'll show you how to do that one in a few minutes. Let's start with this one. In the center, draw a curve like we did before. Draw 2 ticks for the corners of the mouth. Again, you can angle them up or down. Connect them together using a wavy line. Draw the top lip. This time, I'm going to draw a smaller curve right here. Let's see how that looks. Not bad. Let's draw a full bottom lip. Watch what happens when I extend this line up further. This lip curls out from the face a lot more than the first one we drew. Now, since we drew a construction line like this, we can actually make the lips smile by pushing the corners of the mouth out further along the construction line. Now it takes on a happy, smiley curve instead of a neutral expression. This line will give us a pair of lips that curve downwards. Let's try stretching this curve out longer and see how the top lip looks. That's a pretty interesting shape. I'm going to keep it. This time, instead of drawing a U shape for the bottom lip, let's try a W. Looks pretty good. Finally, the example I'm really excited for. I sort of happened upon this by doing some wild experimentation with my construction lines, something I'd also encourage you to do as well. What do you think this one will look like? Pause the video and try it for yourself. Let's do all the same steps we did before. This time, let's add an additional line. This gives us an open mouth, while the corners are curved up. Using this method, you can come up with your own unique construction lines for a larger, more unique variety of lip shapes. You can customize your lips easily by making slight changes. I wanted to focus on line art, but let me also quickly cover how to shade these so they pop out of the page. If you want to draw plump lips, draw wrinkles and/or use contour shading that accentuates the curvature of the lip. For example, you could shade following this pattern to really plump up the bottom lip. What I'm doing here is, as I shade away from the center, my lines become more and more curved, which gives the illusion of roundness. If, for example, you want to draw lips that are less plump, draw contour lines that are less curved. Of course, contour lines can only do so much. Use dark and light values to push and pull your drawing further. Use dark values to curve the lips more, making it look as though the form is curving away from the light, giving your drawing depth. Lighter zones can pull the form out from the page. There's more to it, but that really does require a video of its own. Let's zoom right on in here. The last thing I want to cover is if you're creating characters and you find it kind of difficult to make them look distinctly masculine or feminine, particularly Caucasian ones, here are a few things to consider. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone, and you might not agree with me, but I think the most feminine looking lips are full, thick, and plump. So here we have a thick top and bottom lip. When shading feminine lips, I'll use curvy contour lines to really bring out that plumpness, just like I demonstrated earlier. Another feature is soft skin, which can be conveyed using smooth shading. I'm creating a new Photoshop layer for the masculine version. I'm toggling the opacity down on the feminine layer, so when I draw this next example, we can still see the female version underneath. This is just one of the reasons why I love doing tutorials digitally. Anyway, when I think of masculine lips, they're quite thin, especially the top lip. And I try not to draw the outline too boldly because when shading, I want to keep it fairly close to skin color. When drawing male faces, I like to give them angular features all around, and that can be applied to the lips as well. So instead of a round outline for the bottom lip, I've drawn one that has slightly sharper angles. Another thing to consider is the skin texture. For a rough character, I wouldn't worry about smooth shading because shading roughly can make the skin look dry and rugged. Sometimes I'll draw only this part of the outline for his top lip and shade the rest in. Or draw no outline at all. It really just comes down to the look that you want to convey. If you tried this tutorial, let me know what your craziest construction lines look like and how the drawing turned out from that. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.